Good day, my name is Oluwaseun Fumi, and seriously, I promised myself that I was going to be making a lot of video this year, but one way or the other, I've been very busy and I've not been putting out a lot of videos online. But henceforth, I promised myself that I'm going to be making more videos. So there is something I read this morning talk about. I actually made a post on it on my Facebook page, and it's just like an advice to mom generally. If you're a single mother or you are a mom that is married and you are living with your husband, I just want us to learn from the story altogether. For some of us, we are blessed to have a very loving, dedicated, and well brought up husband that will not do some things. But for some women, they are not that fortunate. And those are the kind of people that are really, and I'm passing this message across to. So the story I read, the lady said that when she was very young, she was molested by a particular man, or let me say uncle. I think she's Hausa or something like that. So according to her story, she said this man raped her and something like that, and then she had already finished her university, and her grandmother was waiting for her to actually bring someone home that she's going to get married to. And one day her grandmother called her and told her that someone is coming to come and pay her dowry and all that. And she was asking her grandmother, I don't have a boyfriend, so I didn't introduce anyone to you. Who is this person that is coming to pay for my dowry? And the grandmother said that particular uncle that was raping her while she was young. She said at first she was very sad, but she doesn't have any choice. She has to carry on with the whole thing and move on with it. So they got married, they traveled, and the man was very nice to her. The man enrolled her in his school. The man was very nice. When she gave birth to all her kids, the man was very kind and very sweet. And she ended up forgiving him and not running away like she planned to run away at first and all that. And they were raising their kids together. So she now said what she noticed was that their last daughter, this man was very fond of her to the extent that the man told her not to go to work for 3 years, to stay at home, and he'll be paying her the salary just for her to be taking care of the kids. And the man will always be on the couch and lie down with the girl, and they will have a duvet to cover each other up. On a normal day, that's nothing bad for a dad to do, because my own dad was very loving and very kind, and he would always want me around, sing for me, carry me, and play with me, and all that. But because this man molested this woman in question, so she was having this panic attack, like, is he going to do the same thing to my daughter or something like that? She said there was a particular night she saw the man coming out from their daughter's room in the night, and she challenged him like, what are you doing, where are you coming from, what happened? And the man was like, I went to give her a cough syrup, and that's why I'm just coming out from her room in the night. She said now all the hatred she used to have for the man came back, and anytime she sees the man and the daughter together, she's always like, I hope he's not touching my daughter. I hope he's not going to rape my daughter, because he has done something like that to her before. In my own opinion, seriously, I would have, like, she should have told her grandmother that this man did so and so to me when I was young. And I don't think if I marry him, I'll be able to forgive him and all that. Because some of these grandparents, they don't really care. They'll be like, don't worry, when you get married to him, you will love him and all that. And seriously, she actually fell in love with him after they got married. But now the man getting closer to their daughter is bringing back memories of what has happened to her before. And I've had a case, very similar scenario, of someone that is very close to me, that she was raised by a single mother, and this mom had a partner that was living in the house with them, and this girl was sick. This is not a girl, like, let me say someone like 17. She was sick, she had malaria, and she was in her room sleeping, and this man came to her room to check up on her. And while the man was in her room, the man was actually using his hand to caress her laps, and this girl gave this man a slap. But the man could not shout or complain to the mother because he knew actually what he did. And the girl couldn't tell the mom also, because she knew that the mom was going to side the partner and pick the partner over her. So the whole thing just went underground, and the girl just left the house. She didn't want to live with her mom and the partner and all that. And that's why I said I want to really, really speak to us, those of us that are single mom. If you are raising a daughter, you have to be very, very careful, because we've heard of scenarios whereby a mom's partner will be molesting the daughter and the woman will not be aware of it. If you have women to comment under this particular video and tell their story, you are going to read a lot of stories of what people very close to girls have done to them while they were young. Please, we have to be very, very careful. If you have a husband that is doing something like this and you know you don't want to shout out for people to hear or something, because we Africans, we feel that if you shout out and people know about these things, probably they're going to look at your daughter in a certain way. Please handle it in such a way that the girl is going to feel like you are fighting for her. Fight for your daughters when they are helpless and they could not even fight for themselves. I'm very, very protective of my daughter. I don't allow any man to come into our house. If you want to greet her, she will kneel down and greet you or probably hug you. The moment you want to carry my daughter on your laps and you want to start playing with her, I don't condone it. Seriously. There are limits to all these things. I'm not saying that everyone that comes around her is going to kind of do something like that to her, but you should try as much as possible to put a barrier, like a limit to what men can do around them, so that they feel safe, and create a kind of environment whereby your daughter is very free to tell you things. Some of us, we are so stiff and so how will I say it now? Like, I don't know, you don't allow your daughter to speak to you. Sometimes when they want to say things to you, you kind of shut them up. Create an environment where your daughter will feel very safe around you. Very, very safe around you. While I was growing up, I don't really have people around me that could tell a lot of things that are happening to me. Thank God I didn't have something like that happen to me, but all the same, I don't have people that will kind of listen to you and hear the story that you want to tell them. You just undo your things yourself, and I don't want my daughter to go through that kind of scenario. If she has anything that is bothering her, she should be able to walk up to me and tell me. And not just for them to tell you and you won't take actions. Let them see you take actions. Let them be confident enough to know that when I report so person to my mom is going to do something about it. Please try as much as possible to speak for your daughters, to fight for your daughters, and to be there for them. Thank you very much.